Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop.
What's the deal? What's the deal? Listen, we got 2 solid intros that we love. We got the short version, which y'all seen, and then we have the longer version. Either way, man, I love it to death. Again, the pleasantries are out the way, but I want to give a shout out to Twitch. All of you ugly motherfuckers. I love y'all to death. Y'all are degenerates, and I'm a degenerate as well. So you just you helped me make the world go round. But again, this is the Ish That We Talk. Y'all know who I am. I need no introduction because I am always going to be the same every time you see me. I am the joint smoking, black toting, bad MFer that you see in front of you, Lily. I am with the creme de la creme, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the upper echelons of what queendom could be. It is right there with Princess Di, Holly Berry, Jasmine Jones, and then right up under that is Lindsay. So let's give a round of applause for the dopest co-host around, Lindsay.
Thanks. Hello. How's everyone doing? How's it going?
It's fine. And again, this is the Ish That We Talk.
Yes, it is. How is your week going so far?
It's going. Little issues at my my parent job. You know, a job that helps me make sure that I got gas in the car. You know, just rooting out being a part of leadership. Being a part of HR is kind of a heavy deal because I started off on the bottom of it, and now I'm semi at the top. Money's well, can't deny that, but it's just the things that you have to do and the things that other people like brush off to the side while I'm looking at like, nah, that ain't how we supposed to be as leadership. But you know, I've been battling with that. I'm pretty sure they like, man, who is this MFer? But I'm the person that's gonna change a lot of things when it comes to HR and human relationships.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, good luck to you on that.
Yeah, they either gonna ride with it or they gonna let me go, and I knock on wood that they don't let me go, and they just really go with the plan of actually taking care of people that help take care of you.
Right. That'd be the thing. They want to get rid of the people that actually do good sometimes because they buck the system and they don't want people to do that.
Right. They've been punishing people for nothing, and I've been like, that ain't cool. When you let other people ride for some bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
No, that's here nor there. What's going on with you, Big Dog?
Oh, nothing. Just working and trying to get my hair together. I think we finally got it to the color that we were striving for. So that's always a plus. Now I just got to get used to it because I'm still not. So,
it looked good. It looked good, cuz.
Thanks.
I like that look on you.
Thanks. You know, got to try something new. I got tired of black hair, so.
It pops off your skin tone. I'm a skin tone person. It pops off your skin tone.
Thanks. Right. So, yeah, just still trying to get used to it. But that's the only thing new with me. So, you ready to get into these topics?
I am. Ooh, two shots out before we get into these topics. First shout out to a young man by the name of Cullen Roberts. I met him today, and that young man reminded me of the dopest hustler because he was hustling legally. He was literally on the corner slanging peanut brittle.
Hmm.
He wasn't slaying no weed, no dope, no nothing. He
Mm-hmm.
literally on the corner right now slanging peanut brittle, and he's making a killing. So shout out
I
to my
bet
man.
he,
I just bought 2 things of peanut brittle. I don't even eat that shit.
yeah. Peanut brittle is pretty freaking good.
Well, if you want to come through today, I got 2 of them for you.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah. I have to
I
get,
got this peanut brittle for you, big dog.
yeah.
I,
That's what's up.
I respected that.
Yeah.
Another shout out is a big shout out to my brother. Shout out to Derek Mason, aka Weedy Baby. Happy 49th birthday, my guy. Um, I'm not there to celebrate with you, man, because you know you behind those walls, but you are loved, my nigga. We love you to death out here, and I'm gonna kick it for you. I'm gonna call you later on too to let you know that I shouted you out in the podcast. So let the squad know in there that you're getting a worldwide respect right now.
Yeah. That's what's up. Happy birthday. Oh, and also a shout out to Ashley, my sister. Her birthday was yesterday.
Hell yeah! Shout
Yeah.
out to Cuz. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go on ahead and start with some good news. So the top 10 female rappers, according to Billboard list, came out a few days ago. And they had a specific criteria that they went off of. Um, so let me read their criteria. Let's see. With an array of talent percolating, Billboard has created a list of the current hottest female rappers in the game, covering the first 6 months of 2024. Billboard's criteria for selecting the following 10 artists are based on quality of records, chart success, buzz within the culture, notable business endeavors and partnerships, and touring success. Now, with that being said, we have number 10, Flo Milli, number 9, JT, number 8, Lotto, number 7, Cardi B, number 6, Glorilla, number 5, Ice Spice, number 4, Doja Cat, number 3, Megan Thee Stallion, number 2, Sexy Red, and number 1, Nicki Minaj. Go based off of the criteria that they gave, I honestly don't have anything negative to say about this list. I may have moved a couple of pieces around, but it's a pretty solid list that you can't really argue.
No, it's not. It's a. I would me personally.
Hmm.
Number 1 is spot on.
Oh
Spot
yeah,
the fuck on.
yeah.
Number 2, I would have put Sexy Red at number 4, and I would have put Doja Cat at number 2,
I would put Doja
just
Cat.
because if you're gonna do the first 6 months of 2024, she's touring
Right,
and she's making a killing.
right. I
Um,
agree. Beckerman's watching. He says, "I'm going to have to take Billboard's word for it because I can't name top 10 current artists of any music genre." Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I understand Beckerman. And you probably it would have to be more top 10 DC versus Marvel for you because you are a comic book genius, my guy.
Mm.
So that you would have had a great debate on.
Right, right.
But I'm super surprised, and I guess with touring, because it would make sense. But I'm super surprised that Gorilla is under Ice Spice.
I'm not super surprised at that.
I am.
Excuse me. Bakerman also says, I'm actually aware of who Sexy Red is because she's been involved in pro wrestling. Yes, she has.
Yeah.
She has.
You should get her CD.
Bae, I love you. You're my everything.
Shout out to Missouri.
Right, right. Yeah, but I agree with the Doja Cat. I would have moved her up to number 2. I probably would have put Megan as 3 because she has a very successful tour going on right now.
Yeah, I would keep. Yeah, I would keep Megan Stallion at 3.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Flo Milli, so that's the one that I would have to take their word for. I've heard of her, and that's the extent of it.
I've heard of Flo Milli. I'm with you. I've never heard a track from her though, but I've heard her name being spoken. So, with that being said about female artists, just because I haven't heard any of her music, if I am gonna completely just change somebody out of there, I would rather put Rhapsody at the number 10 spot. But that's just me being biased over that because maybe Flo Milli is touring way better than Rhapsody right now.
Right. Yeah, that's you definitely being biased because going off of the criteria that they gave, yeah, it ain't Rhapsody. Who else? Who else is a female rapper that was not listed?
I mean, you got. I don't know. You got plenty of underground female artists that wasn't listed, but you know, I'm not gonna be the one to act like I'm gonna name them all. I know Snow the Product as one female underground MC that is actually pretty dope and is actually touring like a month. She always tours. She take the Tech Nine way of touring where she's touring every year on top of every year. Like she is doing 4-month tours, take out for a month, do a 6-month tour. She is doing a phenomenal job, and she's been doing that for a long time. But she stays consistent underground, and she is a multi-millionaire. So this list ain't affecting her at all.
No. Yeah, and because of that, she would not be on the list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't think of nobody else that they may have not put on the list that would have fit the criteria. So, I've been watching other people talk about this list and whatnot, and it's the consensus is pretty general. Like, can't nobody really argue with the list. You know, they were very specific with their criteria, and going off of that, you can't argue. Now these I think that's like a problem with these other lists, but I feel like that's a problem that they are willing to have because they want to stir the controversy and have conversation. You know what I mean?
They want to stir the pot.
Yeah.
This was almost accurate. The only reason why I say it's almost accurate is just because the placement of Doja Cat to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like I said, I agree with the Doja Cat. I definitely would have moved her up. Tohi's watching. She says, "Hey y'all, you didn't tell me about the live. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I do apologize, but you made it. You made it.
You here now? You here with us?
Yeah.
Let's enjoy this ride."
So, yeah, so that is the top 10 female list, and that was for the first half of the year. They're gonna come back at the end of the year and do another list. So we'll see if anything changes in these next 6 months. So next up we have an update to the story of the guy in Michigan that was on Zoom, and he was in traffic court for a suspended license, and he had to report to jail. So, couple things have transpired this past week. Because the story did go viral. He got donkey of the day and everything. Like, it was a big deal, right? Because it was so stupid. We talked about it last week because it was so stupid. He did an interview, and he said basically it was a clerical error because his license got suspended for child support, and the child support got cleared up, and they never fixed it in the system. So he so it was basically a clerical error, and he was talking about how he was embarrassed and how he's in the church and all these type of things that this affected with it going viral, right? So, people did retractions and rescinded their donkey of the day and all this type of stuff, Then he has a court appearance, an in-person court appearance at that, where the judge pretty much knows that he did that interview and knows that this went viral and all that type of good stuff, and set the record even more straight that yes, his license was suspended for non-payment of child support, and yes, he did clear it up. However, he did not pay the fee to have it out the system. And not only that, but he has never had a license.
That's what I was about to say. Let's get to the real pie of this.
Right. He has never had a license in Michigan or any other state, per the judge. So yeah. I know. Choke me up too. I get it. So the judge was pretty much, annoyed at the shenanigans that he was pulling, and, sent him back to jail. Cane and all. Sent him right on back.
As he should have. When
asked, did he have a license straight up, the reporter asked him, did he have a license? He was like, I mean, I remember getting a permit. Yeah. So yeah, this man just shut up. Just shut up. Like, quit talking. Remain silent. I don't understand. Nobody asked you to do an interview or anything like that. This shit could have blew over. We would have been moved on to something else if you just would have shut up. And then the fact still remains that your ass knew that you did not have a license at all, and you still were driving. What are your thoughts, Lizzie? Oh, before he said,
give me 1 second.
Right. Right. But Telly says from the last story, she says she's not mad at the list either. Yeah.
It was a phenomenal list.
Yeah.
For my viewers and for the guy that we're talking about, I am fully aware of having a license suspended without even having a license because I went through that as a young man. At 17 years old, my license was suspended, and I didn't even have one. I was driving under the influence and was tripping. So I know what it is to have it suspended. What I didn't do is get mad when I was getting pulled over after it was taken care of, and I still didn't have no fucking license. Because I did the same shit. Did the same shit. I as soon as the shit was done, and right. After that 6 months and my license was renewed, I still didn't have a fucking license. So every time I got pulled over with a suspended license shit on, I was like, yeah, I know, because I ain't registered shit yet. So I just don't understand how he pled for sympathy still being wrong. That's the problem with us niggas, is we be pleading for sympathy and still be wrong as a motherfucker. That's
the
like
audacity.
Man, that's like the nigga who was pleading for sympathy because it was self-defense that he killed the man. And then you found out you the one broke in this man's house first. You broke into this man's house.
Right.
And you claiming self-defense because he pulled a gun on you. You're in his fucking house.
Right. What you think gonna happen?
I just don't understand these type of guys. And I don't, I really don't. And I hate to say it like this, but I really don't like the fact that we as Black folks always want to say we're in the church, like that's going to remove the sin from you. You're still wrong, man. I don't give a fuck about what church you're going to. I'm in the church. So what? Hoes is in church too.
Right. Driving the church van and all.
Dope dealers is in church. Child molesters are in church. Nigga. Dude. Get your shit taken care of. This ain't even nothing crazy. This ain't even nothing major. You just at an age where you don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just put it all in perspective. You're just at the age where you like, I ain't about to do that shit. Okay, so expect everything to happen to you. I don't give a fuck about you being in church all the time. You ain't got no fucking license. You driving a church van, putting all of these motherfucking kids and single mamas at risk every Sunday. Give me 1 second, Lord. If you don't get your bitch ass out my van and get your goddamn license.
Oh, man.
That's all you got to do, old nigga. But I've been in an accident. You shouldn't even have been in the car. Let's just clear that up.
Right. Let's start there.
I hate that you was in that accident where you fucked up, but you shouldn't have been in that fucking car in the first place.
Right. Right. Let's start at the beginning. Like, what, sir? What? Like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. So stupid. And like, this is my thing. Because you've been knowing this whole time you ain't had a lick of a license, right? And you know what you're appearing in court for. Why on God's green earth did you think that would nobody be able to tell that you was in the car driving when you got on Zoom? And then you didn't lie about it. You've been lying about everything else, but you didn't lie about that. You told the truth then. If there was any time for you to lie, it would have been then. Like, what? Like, this is so stupid.
Nobody else catch you driving. You know who did? God did.
Right.
This is why your whole ass went to jail.
Right. Like, this is so stupid.
Just take care of, first of all, I'm trying to figure out what type of guy you are where you can get your license suspended for child support, not take care of it, or excuse me, take that lie back, take care of it, but then not get the paperwork to clear yourself. Like, you don't give a fuck about nothing, my nigga.
Nope.
Like, you don't give a fuck about nothing. That shit is still in the record. You talking about a clerical error. You know you got to take care of that shit yourself.
Right. That's the killer part. Because some people think like, hey, I paid it. It should go back to the way it is. And that's not the case.
No, you got to bring the paperwork there. You got to do that. Case in point, I knew a nigga that was going through child support. They got his child support reduced. So he like, all right, that's cool. He never filed nowhere, and he had the paperwork. He assumed that the paperwork was just going to come to the job. But he had the paperwork, and he didn't give it to the job. So he was mad that the job was still taking away the exact same pay. Talk about the job owing him. The job don't owe you shit. The paper is right there. What the fuck you didn't turn this shit in for?
Right.
All it takes is you to turn it in for them to adjust it. That's the same thing you had to do, holy man.
Right. And no telling when they was gonna give him the paperwork. No, stop this payment now. So
God gonna figure a way. Lord Jesus.
God definitely figured a way to make your ass go viral.
Yeah.
For your stupidity.
Now sit your dumb ass down. And I mean this with the uttermost sincerity, because as Black people, again, I do hate as Black people when we know we wrong and we still look for sympathy. So sit your ass down, get your shit together, my dude, and then get it buried and let it the fuck go. Let it the fuck go. That's it. That's all in a nutshell. We should not even be talking about your bullshit, because it's not even fucking worthy of media. The only funny thing about it was your stupid ass was driving on a suspended fucking license doing a Zoom call. First of all, you're not even supposed to be on a Zoom call when you're driving. That's an automatic ticket right there, on top of your bitch ass is in court at the time. All of this is just, you don't get no sympathy from nobody. Come on, man. You make people like Beckerman make sense when they talk about the foolish things that Black people do to themselves.
Oh, wow. It was so stupid. And then you go on this press tour to try to gain sympathy when you know what the deal is, and you don't think the judge will know what the deal is. Like, that ain't gonna do nothing but piss the judge off even more. Like, it did. Like, I don't know, this is stupid.
Yeah, shout out to that judge for saying, hey man, fuck what you talking about, nigga. Not only do you not have a license in Michigan, you don't have a license in none of the other 49 states in America.
Right. So you don't know what the fuck a DMV does. Like,
you didn't know what that shit. You thought DMV stands for Dad's Money Viral.
Right. Right.
Like,
Derek is watching. He says, "What's up, fam? Hey.
What up? You had, nigga, you put us through this time, right? Because at first I was just, when they was like, come to find out it was a clerical error and he shouldn't even have been in jail. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And then I started finding out other shit, and I'm like, no, it ain't fucked up. You should have. I've been there. I lived your life, my nigga. And you know what I didn't do? Be mad like, what's wrong with you, man? These niggas pulled me over. What they pull you over for? Man, shit. Man, I was supposed to get my license after my license was suspended, but I didn't go get that shit.
Right.
That's just exactly what happened to me.
Right. This stupid is so stupid.
I just don't understand what and you expect people to be like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. Ain't nothing fucked up about it. What's fucked up about it, and truth, is you don't take care of your business. That's why you went through the whole shit in child support in the first place. You don't handle business, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know, if we just gonna keep it a bean that way, you in this predicament because you think you don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
And you definitely do. And your ass is definitely in jail. And then when you get the fuck out of jail, I hope they put a boot on your goddamn hand so you won't get behind a fucking vehicle until you get a fucking license.
Sure.
We don't have to keep hearing about you. If I hear about you one more time, it better be on a high speed where you did some shit that's gonna pay off. I don't want to hear shit else. I don't want to hear shit else about you, your dumb ass not getting no license, and your dumb ass getting that shit taken care of. I don't give a fuck. I just wish that we didn't even take the time to even have sympathy for your not finishing nothing ass. Take care of your goddamn business.
Basically. Yeah. So give me 1 second.
1 second. Oh God.
Yeah, that was so stupid. So stupid. All right, so the rest of them are pretty dark. So let's talk about this one. So about like 5 years ago, I think, Bun B had a home invasion, and this guy came into his house, put a gun to his wife's head while Bun B was upstairs, and pretty much threatened to kill her or what have you. And Bun B ended up coming down. I think he shot the guy. I think it was 2 of them, to be honest. And he shot one of them, and they called the police and whatnot. Of course, he didn't get in trouble, but the guys got in trouble. Well, one of them pleaded guilty, and they were in court recently because of it. And Bun B and his wife, they both took the stand to pretty much give their witness statements. And it's pretty sad. Like, when the clip that I saw of his wife, you didn't even see her face. Her head was down the whole time. She's been completely traumatized since the whole ordeal. And she's so fucked up mentally that they had to move from that house because of her mental health. And then, Bun is fucked up behind it too, because at the end of the day, that's your wife, that's the love of your life. You're supposed to be able to protect your wife, and he was in a situation where she could have lost her life, and that's fucking with him too. So thoughts and prayers go out to both of them, because I couldn't imagine. That's traumatic. However, the internet is going to be the internet. And people are now in a debate, so much so that Bun B trended like number 11 yesterday on Twitter. That because people are in a debate on, is Bun B a snitch for taking a stand? I find this to be the dumbest conversation ever, especially given what occurred and what transpired and all that. What him taking the stand, giving his witness statement, is not snitching. And even if it was, so what?
Ain't no even if it was, because it wasn't.
Right. But I'm just saying, is or isn't, so what? That person came into that house. I think they were trying to steal their car or some shit like that. Whatever they was trying to do. They came into their house. It was a freaking home invasion. And they handled it accordingly. So whatever happens is what happens. Like, why are we trying to come down on Bun B for taking the witness stand on a situation that happened to him and his wife? Like, that's crazy to me. Excuse me. But what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this. First of all, shout out to Bun B for being a legend. Not only in the rap game, but as far as business and everything. He is one of the best human beings that we've ever got the privy to rock with. So big shout out to Bun for that. Secondly, I'm going to break down actually what snitching means to a lot of you internet dudes that really don't live the type of life that Bun B used to live, or I used to live, or people that you see on TV, quote unquote, used to live. If me and you are in a business deal that happens to be illegal, and I get caught and I tell on you, that's snitching. If me or and you are in a situation where we decide to assault someone and I get caught and I tell on you, that's snitching. This is what it is. It is when you are involved in any type of criminal activity and you begin to talk about the affiliates that are with you in criminal activity. This is what a snitch or a rat is. You know what someone is from that takes the stand defending themselves about something that happened that had nothing to do with them. A civilian. Bun B is a legendary rapper. He is the quote unquote people's mayor of Houston. Don't get it twisted. He is a business owner. He is an entrepreneur, and he is a philanthropist.
And a professor.
And a professor. You know what none of that says? A snitch. He also is someone that is a protector. And he was protecting his home at the time. And he is telling you a traumatic story of how he had to protect his home and his wife at the time as a civilian who is the protector of his family. This is what he took to the stand and had to explain to y'all. And y'all are trying to figure out what snitching is. Is he snitching? That's how I know y'all ain't never did shit in y'all whole motherfucking life. The people who are thinking Bun B is a snitch, you niggas ain't sold a crumb of weed. You niggas ain't sold soap to get a 50 double up. You niggas ain't sold grass to make sure that you had food on the table. This is what I'm telling you, to be out here like that, like Bun B was at a certain time and like I was at a certain time. You niggas have the audacity to call somebody who is seasoned like that a snitch when he is telling you or telling the courts how the fuck he protected this goddamn family. Period. My thing is, what I don't understand about you weird ass niggas, y'all calling him a snitch. Would y'all have praised if he knocked that man's noodles loose in front of his wife? Would you have praised that? Because you see how traumatic it is for her now. How the fuck do you think it would be if he had to do that? Bun B a better man than most niggas, because I would have deadened the nigga he put a gun to Jasmine head. And that's on my son. But y'all got the audacity to think a man can't be a man. It has to be something else. It has to be a street code. Bun B is a seasoned veteran who can bend to tell you niggas don't know shit about what the street code really is. Y'all don't know shit about fuck. But y'all gonna tell that nigga what a street code is? You niggas couldn't walk the streets where he was growing up at. I can guarantee it. In the immortal words of what's my man's name? Dick Gregory. All you niggas is, it is doo-doo in there. You niggas is ass. You niggas is ass. It is doo-doo in there. That's a shit-minded way of thinking, man.
Yeah.
And that's how I know y'all can't do shit out here for real. And that's just my TED talk. You niggas got me fucked up. Then Bun B could have possibly fucked your mama, you little dumbass motherfucker. Yeah. Dude, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. And then y'all calling him a snitch. Ain't nobody talking about how dope of a marksman this man is to shoot a nigga from the top of the steps.
Right.
While he's holding a gun at my wife. What y'all need to do is really be afraid of Bun B in these streets for real. Because if you call him a snitch in real life, I don't think you're going to walk away from him. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. And that's a great point. That's a great point. Because he was an awesome shot.
He was an awesome shot enough to shoot you to hurt you and not shoot you to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You niggas, again. And it probably ain't niggas. It's probably a bunch of other people running around here being tough talking about Bun B a snitch.
No, it's who it actually is young Black people who really don't know too much about nothing.
You don't know what it is.
It's just like, what?
This nigga's the owner of Trill Burgers. This nigga ain't pushing weight. The fuck is niggas is crazy. Like,
yeah. And then they want to bring up his lyrics and stuff like that. And it's just like, none of that has anything to do with what's going on right here. Like, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. And you know, that takes a lot of courage for him to even get on the stand and speak honestly and candidly about that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure that situation really fucks with him, you know? That he wasn't able to protect his wife. You know?
Yeah.
And how he has to, you know, watch her go through this PTSD post situation. You know what I mean?
As a man, it hurt me just to watch Bun B break down in court, because it was not that it was so traumatic for him, but it was that traumatic for his wife.
Right.
As a man, that fucked me up, because it's like, you have, as much as we as men have been taught we have to be a certain way and we got to do this and we got to do that, nobody really talks about how much of the burden of carrying someone else's trauma and emotions to keep them together. It's a heavy load on a man, and that man does it every day with a coconut smile.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody to disrespect him getting on the stand and explaining a situation that he knows is going to traumatize his wife over again, it's crazy. What y'all rather him done? You rather him being like Lil Rand, shut your dick, whatever rappers y'all listen to nowadays. You rather him not say nothing and then try to get this nigga in the streets and then go to jail and then don't protect his wife?
Right. I guess
this
so.
man is a grandfather. He's not no young 17-year-old stupid dude. He's a grandfather.
Right. And what's gangster is you going about it the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster, figuring out how to do shit the right way to stay out of jail.
To keep your status, you and your wife's status in Houston is in high regards. Why would you throw that away for some quote unquote street code that a motherfucker that ain't never sold an aspirin says what it is?
Right. Right.
That's the downfall about the internet. You get a bunch of motherfuckers that don't know nothing trying to tell a motherfucker how to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was just completely insane. Like people was really like really trying to plead a case. And it was just like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like
In the immortal words of Bun B, in the 90s, this is what should happen to some of you niggas. Because it's safer to hit a bitch with a coffee table and jump her with some jumper cables. That's what should happen to the rest of you niggas who keep calling this man a snitch. Y'all putting his lyrics up. Just imagine if he jumped your bitch ass with a coffee table and choke you out with a jumper cable.
sounds painful.
Call him a snitch in his face and see what happens.
Right.
Because it's safer to hit your bitch ass with a coffee table. Straight up. It's the safest thing I could do. Or I could fucking kill your ass. How about that?
And there's that, you know.
That's a violation. I don't give a fuck on if you ever been affiliated with anything or if you're just a nigga in the streets or you just a man, period. A violation is to call a man a snitch. That's a violation. And that violation, you don't know what tier that nigga's gonna be in.
You know, it's a lot of violations that people just do so flippantly.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But you know, it's a bunch of people that's on the internet that don't really know the detriment to their words and how words can really affect you, you know.
But they'll turn around and say, because of the street code.
Mm-hmm.
Street code is you better know your facts before you start putting that false ass paperwork out here on niggas.
And then there's that, yeah.
That's a street code for real, for real.
Yeah, you ain't never lied about that.
You better know what you're talking about before you bring up that shit. Because when niggas bring that paperwork out for real, and they find out who was the one lying,
yeah,
I know from experience what happens to niggas. Yeah. That's don't bring when that paperwork come out, nigga. I want you to have that same ass energy about what you just said to me.
Right. Yeah, so that's that. So now we're taking a nosedive. All right, so Kanye West. Kanye West is being sued by a former employee. This employee is claiming sexual harassment and hostile work environment and wrongful termination and all this kind of stuff. She does admit that she had a sexual relationship with Kanye while she was employed by him. And apparently she did OnlyFans, and he told her to quit her OnlyFans and work for him. And she was supposed to get $4 million to do so. I think he only gave her one of the four. And so, yeah, she no longer works there, and she once was owed to her, basically. So now she's coming up with this lawsuit, and claiming all these things. One of the things in particular is that she said that he had told her his dick was racist and that he needs to beat it. It's not funny. It's not funny. Yeah. So among other things that are said in this lawsuit or whatever. So his side did make a statement basically saying that it's bogus and it's just a ploy to extort money. The way this lawsuit sounds, Um, I don't think he's gonna be canceled behind this. I don't think this is a Me Too situation. Um, sounds like it was a consensual sexual relationship, and it was transactional, and she just didn't get all her money, and so she's gonna use what's going on right now to try to get the rest of her money. Now, if he did say that he was gonna give her $4 million, pay the lady. But to try to like smear somebody's name under this umbrella of sexual harassment or sexual assault or anything of the sort, because that's what the catchphrases are right now. Those are the trigger words right now. That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
When I first heard about this, and then I read certain things he said, only thing popped in my head was that one meme where dude was on the phone and she was like, "Hello," and he was like, "I'm stroking my dick right now and I'm beating my dick. I'm rocking this dick hard. Like, what's up? Like, this is the shit that Kanye was doing." And shout out to the young lady. Because, I mean, if I'm just going to be fair, if you were supposed to get 4 million and you got 1 million, it's 3 million in the hole that you owe, but you are a millionaire. Or you could have been, you probably blew through that shit fast. But my whole thing is this is a money grab just because of the real lawsuit that is actually going on with Kanye. That a lot of people don't talk about. And the real lawsuit that is really going on with Kanye is a teacher from Donda and a couple of other people are filed a lawsuit against him against discrimination, which is wild and nobody's talking about it right now because the one of the main people that is filing it is a Black person, and in these statements about what's going on is Kanye cared more and did more for his white employees than he did his Black employees. That's the real lawsuit that is being filed, and she just jumped on the bandwagon because of that. Because it's sexual allegations in that. One thing I will say is with what's going on with this young lady and then what's going on with the real lawsuit is Kanye's team is just going to, they're going to plead that this man is mentally not stable. And they're not going to get what they think they're going to get because the shit that is in both of these lawsuits is utterly ridiculous as far as what a sane person would do. It is so erratic and so crazy. Even the shit, listen, with the young lady's part, I will talk about her lawsuit first. Kanye, for you to have text messages asking this lady how big her boyfriend's dick is, and saying the things that you were going to beat your dick thinking about how her boyfriend's dick is not like your racist dick. It's mad crazy to me. That's mad crazy. On the top of the real lawsuit that is happening, for you to have conversations with teachers laying on a bed, simulating jacking off and talking about how you don't reach for your phone because if you reach for your phone, you'll always look up porn. Nigga, what part of this is the curriculum?
It's sex ed.
Fuck. Kanye is a unstable man. He is an unstable man. And that's probably the only thing gonna save him.
But if he is unstable and the things that are in these lawsuits make him liable, will he still have to pay it?
He'll pay something, but he ain't gonna pay everything. What they need to do, and again, you are everybody that listens to us know I am always saying the last thing we need to do is lock a black man up. At the same time, I say that I always say that we need to stop hiding our monsters. Kanye needs to be put in a facility. I'm not saying put that man in jail, but that man needs a superior evaluation. Period. Dot. And I get it. I understand everything that Kanye went through. I'm not. I'm not saying that this is just a front or he's just making himself look crazy. I'm saying with everything that he went through, it's hard for anybody to cope through it. So I can see a break. But the thing is, with that mental break, nobody was there to help him. And he is spiraled to a place where he doesn't even recognize himself. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. This dude is literally selling socks with soles on it for $20 or $25 or whatever they call on back order, and still turn around and telling people he's going to be the richest man in the world. Well, he's also a man that took his own teeth out and put titanium in his mouth.
He did that.
Yeah.
Hello,
this is not your he's not your leader. He's not. No, he's a person who has the potential to be great, but right now this stepping stone is knocking his value down a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's sad when you think about it, because Kanye's been going through so much, and he has triumphed through so much. I hate that we're in a portion of life where we have to talk about Kanye saying, "My dick is racist, so I gotta beat
it." Just beat it.
Beat this racist dick. What would you do with this racist dick?
Just beat it.
And to be fair to Kanye, he admitted to a sexual relationship, so she was G for all this shit at first. At one point, you think he just started out of the clear blue saying that shit? That nigga been saying that shit to this bitch.
100.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's probably like a line that he uses.
That's why I don't think it's going. You know how many niches it is? The racist fucking. That is a niche.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's probably a line he used to turn her on. Freaky ass nigga. Like.
Freaky ass nigga, you a 69. God.
Right.
Nigga said, I'm beating my dick right now. I swear it just keeps popping in my head that I'm beating my dick right now. I'm slapping my dick. What you gonna do? I'm beating that. I'm like, what the fuck was Kanye texting this bitch?
Beating the racism out of my dick. Care to join me?
My dick is racist. I just don't understand. Just imagine a nigga.
We kind of can assume his dick was already racist, though. His dick has been racist since, like, what, 06, 07?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Right.
Listen, Kanye is everything that he raps about. He's everything he raps about.
Oh.
God, listen, he legit got on and left your ass for a white girl.
Oh, yeah.
Several white women.
Right.
An Armenian that he had kids by.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Kanye gets the help that he needs. If we're just going to be fair, I hope that the young lady gets some portion of some money. If we're just going to be fair, I want to talk about the real lawsuit, though. I do. If these things are true, and that he panhandled towards his white employees and disrespected his black employees, I hope they slap you against the wall. I don't give a fuck if you crazy or not for that, Kanye, because you are the epitome of what people talk about. You talk a good game, but you ain't really about that motherfucking life, and you don't give a fuck about us, nigga.
Right. Right. But that's some foolishness. That's some straight up foolishness. And what's also some foolishness is what you said. Like, that one's not getting as much attention as this bullshit lawsuit about him beating his dick and his dick being racist. So yeah. The one that needs to get the most attention is the one from Donda School. It just sounds like that Donda School was just one big conglomerate of bullshit. Just one thing after another after another. It was a great idea.
It was a beautiful idea.
Mm-hmm. Just was executed horribly.
It would have worked for 2003 Kanye.
Yeah.
It would have been the best thing smoking.
Right. Right. So, we'll definitely see what the deal is with that moving forward. So, our last story is the darkest one of them all. And it's about the Dream. Excuse me. We all know the Dream as a famous singer, and songwriter.
Songwriter, producer, engineer. Nigga can do it. I was listening to Dream before the podcast started. The nigga's amazing.
Yeah, you can't deny his talent. He's being sued for sexual assault and harassment and everything under the Me Too checkbox, you know. Basically with his lawsuit is that he had a protege who was signed to him, and this person he ended up having a sexual relationship with probably like a couple days after he met her, and he was physically and
a couple of days. Wasn't a couple of days because I deep dived. He literally groomed this young woman.
Now, see, I didn't read. I watched a video where the person read the complaint word for word, and they said it was within days. It was like 3 days or some shit like that. The first time they had sex.
No, that's not true.
Well,
do court affidavits.
mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it was a long time, but through court affidavits, it was at least I want to. If it wasn't a week, it was a couple. It was maybe a couple weeks. So, and I'm not saying that wasn't fast. I'm still saying though, what was actually said in the lawsuit is that was he was walking her through it. The first couple of days, he didn't even speak to her directly.
Yeah, and I did say that too. Yeah, but yeah. So before the girl even got signed or laid down a track, they were he was like talking to her about stuff that was unrelated to music, taking her to strip clubs and stuff, and then having sex with her. He had it, and then he would have like a very, very, very aggressive sex with her, to where she would be like bruised and lumped up and all kinds of shit. And then he would be dangling this whole, yeah, I work with Beyonce, I work for Rihanna, blah, blah, blah. He would be dangling that over her head to kind of like try to keep her in place so that he could do whatever he wanted to her. And she was like, you know, trying to rationalize this sexual relationship that's happening as this is something I got to do to be on. She was not from here. She was from the Netherlands. She was from Amsterdam. And she moved over here to the States to pursue a career in music. So this was her lifelong dream, basically. And she ended up meeting the dream who was supposed to fulfill all her dreams. But her dreams turned into nightmares.
Why did Jocelyn pop in my head when you said that? All of your dreams are fulfilled.
Fulfilled, right. So
sorry, this is not funny at all. So I'm so
no,
sorry.
it's not. But yeah. So he eventually got her signed. He got her signed to his record label, which he co-owned with his writing partner, Tricky Stewart, and then got her distribution through Epic. And L.A. Reid was head of Epic at the time. And so he had her have in her contract very specific things. One of them being that if him and Tricky were to split up, she would go with him. And like the abuse got worse and worse over time and whatnot. They did start making music together and what have you. And then he would like, you know, fuck with her mentally and stuff. Like in order for him to stop having very aggressive sex with her, she would have to tell him that she loved him. And then that's when he would stop being very aggressive. He had her locked up in a hotel with no money or anything. She had gotten an advance when she got signed. I think the advance was like for $300,000, and she only got like $35,000. He was trying to tell her that she needed to hire this particular person to be her assistant and pay her $15,000 for 3 months. And she was just like, all I got is this $35,000. I got to find a place to stay. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm not paying no assistant out of this money. Things will go from bad to worse anytime that she told him no. So that was one of the things. Then like she wanted to go back home to visit, and he wasn't trying to let her go. Then he finally let her go. Then when she was over there, he was being horrible to her while she was over there. Then she came back. There was one particular time when her mom came to visit, and he was being horrible while her mom was there. And it was just a complete mess. Then because she's not just suing the dream, she's also suing Epic as well. And that's because when he finally just was like, one day he woke up and was just like, I'm done with you. You know, go live your life. I don't care. That's when she was just like, OMG, what am I going to do? So she started reaching out to Epic. Not only was she reaching out to Epic, but she was telling any and everybody about this situation that would listen, right? She also told Tricky about it. Her and Tricky went to Epic and had a meeting with Epic to see how they would move forward, because the dream started holding on to her music. He wasn't answering phone calls. He wasn't allowing her to come to the studio or nothing like that, right? Then they said that they was going to talk to him about it. Then they turned around and was like, well, you're going to have to figure out a way to work with him. After I told you all these horrific things, you're still going to tell me to go work with him. So she was told that on more than one occasion. Then he finally calls her and was like, yeah, they dropped you. Then she goes to some event where Epic was throwing it. And they told her, what are you doing here? You're dropped. You're not on the label no more. So, yeah. So this got to the point, she ended up eventually going back home. But it's to the point where her lifelong dream is ruined. She doesn't even want to do music no more. On top of, she stayed in the house for some years after this because she had severe PTSD from the situation. So now she has finally come forward and she has a lawsuit. Now, I just pretty much gave the cliff notes on what was in that lawsuit, but the lawsuit goes into extreme detail. And yeah, this ain't looking good for the dream.
Oh no. Oh no.
For the dream at all. That shit.
No.
When it got to the point, and like it's to the point where she is naming names of everybody she told that this situation was going on. Now that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad when you in that mug naming names. That means that if this does go to court, they're gonna pull all those people up and testify.
They're gonna subpoena the shit out of people. Listen, I know I've said this before on my own conspiracy shit, but in the immortal words of Jaguar Wright, she said, y'all think that it's just puffy. And I quote, wait till y'all start hearing about shit with Jay-Z. Now, I say this to say this. With the dream, one of the things that's in the lawsuit that was compelling her to stay was his relationship with Beyonce. And it's a lot. Mm-hmm. And we only are going to get cliff notes because we ain't going to get the fullness of that. And because it's one thing for, this is my thing. It's one thing for somebody to say, yeah, I did this and I did this and I worked with this person, I worked with this person. I don't give a fuck how green you is. You're going to want to see that shit for real. And so I think it's some shit in here that we going to find out that is going to rock some shit. You can't keep name dropping because what they're doing, when I deep dive into this, what they're doing is they keep dropping 3 names: Rihanna, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Keep dropping it. They don't go further because you know how their lawyers work. You can't really go further if paperwork ain't drawn out yet for me to be in a lawsuit because I will sue the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. But in every deep dive I went, these are 3 names, and I'm like, controversy is going to really start to become thick because as much as I listen to people, I formulated this. Even if they didn't do anything or have nothing to do with it, they gave the okay to this young woman. And that right there makes you an accessory.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. 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 It's too many players involved in this that knew what was going on, that had authority to do something about what was going on, that chose not to. You know? And y'all gonna have to pay for that one.
Listen, I don't know if I said this on a podcast, but I know I said it in reality, and any of my niggas will attest to this. When they start dropping names and they start saying shit about people, and then people start coming forward about what they seen, you niggas are not witnesses. You niggas are going to be co-defendants. Straight up. If you can talk about, yeah, I seen him do some shit, and I was right there, and you're just now saying something when the victim said something, my nigga, you are a co-defendant now. Because all that shit gonna come back on y'all. All of it's gonna come back on y'all. We slid when we let R. Kelly just go by itself. It should have been a lot of niggas, including some parents, that went with R. Kelly's ass.
Dude, who are you telling? When I watched that first Surviving R. Kelly series, I was like, yes, he needs to go to jail, but it's a lot of people in this documentary that need to go to.
Exactly. And again, y'all done heard this on the podcast. I'm not one of those people that are not going to set the monsters out there. If this has been proven true, because you know it's his story, her story, and the truth. If what she's saying is being proven to be majority truth, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And I don't have no remorse over it. The shit that is in this shit is grooming, and it is assault. Regardless of how you get through it. A lot of people be thinking that because a man or a woman doesn't come up front with it, that it doesn't mean that it happened. Honest to God, people don't understand, especially when you put people in movements of they don't have nothing else. Like, this is their only lifeline. A lot of people will be silent about that shit, you know, because I'm as much as I deep dived for these couple of days, it is some people that are totally saying that she's wrong and it's just a money grab, and she knew what she signed up for. I'm gonna be honest with everybody that is listening to us right now. When you're young, you don't know what you're signing up for. And you don't know what it is for somebody to actually manipulate you. You got to have some seasoning on your back to understand, oh, nah, this shit ain't right. But when you young and you seeing somebody with it, you going to go for it every time. I can only talk through experience. When I was young and I was doing whatever I was doing, I was listening to the nigga I thought was getting money. Mm-hmm. Until I start peeping that he ain't getting money. That's what changed my perspective on certain things. But I had to peep that first. And this situation with her, names are being dropped. She's seeing all this shit she ain't never seen before. And people are showing up. Don't get it twisted. People are showing up to this. Mm-hmm. So she don't know what's going on. She is really watching wolves in sheep clothing.
Yeah.
So again, if this is true, no, this ain't no money grab. These people totally exploited this young woman, and to the point where she's not even the same anymore.
Right. Right. She's messed up.
This industry, whoa, man, this industry is like crazy. Now I understand why motherfuckers go crazy. Like I said in the last podcast, man, that'd be making sense when a couple of years ago we was hearing shit about the nigga stabbing himself in the eye because the industry was fucked up, and the dude chopping his dick off because the industry was fucked up. Industry is fucked up. You don't stop saying that the person is crazy and think about maybe they're in a crazy environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this is a foul situation. It's a foul situation. Of course, all things are alleged, but yeah, if what she's saying is true in that lawsuit, that's a fucked up person. And the whole time, this is the killer part about it. The whole time he was married with kids on the way. And he was having sex with her unprotected.
Yeah. Nobody even talked about that.
Right. So Trick Turner said Dave Chappelle said that years ago, but people weren't listening.
So, and that's where I took it from, Trick. I'm glad you peeped that shit too, because that's exactly where I took it from.
Yeah. So it's yeah. The person that I watched that read the whole lawsuit, he has been doing extreme deep dives into R. Kelly. No, not R. Kelly. Diddy. He's been doing extreme deep dives into Diddy. This was so bad for him that he had to stop and come back the next day and read the rest. Because he's gotten a bit desensitized because of the being so invested in Diddy. But yeah, like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like I said, I gave the cliff notes, like the 1-page cliff notes. But
even in the lawsuit, it's been mentioned about how his divorce from Christina Milian, the only way it was finalized is because they had to sign papers that he couldn't talk about what's going on in the marriage. That's in the lawsuit. So that proves right there that there's some other shit that we can't even unearth, because she ain't gonna be on this. She ain't gonna want no parts of this shit. She's out of here.
Right.
That tells you right there some shit that you know what I'm saying is unorthodox when it comes to this man.
I do remember them saying that he like really doesn't have nothing to do with that daughter. Even when the baby was born, he was like, I'm not trying to do anything, just but get a nanny. Like, I'm not trying to do anything. And that's wild. And on top of that, I don't know if you know, but he changed his name.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because they kept calling him a name in there, and I'm like, that's not his name. So I looked it up, and yeah, he had changed his name a few years ago, and he wanted the kids that he got with Nivea, he wanted their name changed, and I think the judge did grant their name to be changed too. But yeah, he changed it. He changed it about like 4 or 5 years ago. And now it's some shit that you can barely pronounce.
That nigga don't know. No parts of Christina Milian. What the fuck? I don't even get my kid's name changed.
Because he got 3 with Nivea. He got the daughter, and then he had the twins, and then he had the daughter with Christina Milian, and now he got
I thought he had 2 kids with Christina Milian. He only got 1.
No, he only got 1, and she got 2, unless she had another one. But yeah, with the dude that she with now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he had 2 kids, but no, she had a kid by him and somebody else.
Right. And so then he ended up having another kid with this chick that he was dating. And I don't know if you remember that. This happened like 10 years ago. He allegedly beat her while she was pregnant.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So he had charges and shit like that back then. And then he got with the lady that he's with now. He got 4 kids with her.
And he gave her 4?
The one he got now. Yeah.
That's 3, 4, 5, 9 kids.
9 kids. Yeah. Oh, wow. He been out here doing whatever he want to do anyway, because like I said, he was having sex with that girl that's suing him unprotected. And that was another thing that was mentioned in the lawsuit, was that she was on birth control, and he found her birth control pills and got pissed off.
Yeah, he was mad about that.
He
was mad. He caught her disloyal for that.
You're right. Which I don't see how that's being disloyal, but you can't make sense out of shit that people that are illogical do. So.
Who the fuck wants to be baby mama 5011?
Don't know. And
I'm still trying to be a star.
Right.
Nigga, I'm trying to be a star, nigga.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And why would you want to create that problem?
That's crazy.
Very
That's
much.
how I know, man. The industry is so messed up as far as like humanity. These niggas is still making baby mamas. Like these motherfuckers is taking people off they stride. It was like how the drug dealers only like to talk to the cute, smart girls. They didn't like to talk to the cute dummies when I was growing up. Like they didn't talk to the cute dummies. They lead them to the youngsters. You go do that. But the one that was like on the way to nursing school, yeah, they wanted that one. And then they knocked them up and stopped fucking with them. And now they don't go to nursing school no more.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what the industry looks like to me now.
Yeah.
It's like you getting these motherfuckers that want to be something, and then you knock them up, and then you be like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck what happens to you after that. I'll just take care of my kid." What?
Yeah.
And
The
then we
logic
get
behind
mad when motherfuckers baby mamas be wanting $40,000 a month, pussy, because you took my life away.
Right. Right.
Nigga, you took my life away.
Yeah.
You should have that in your contingency plan. You should be like, boy, all right, if I knock her up, I gotta give her at least $15,000 a month, and I'm already put that in, because if I don't, she's gonna ask for a phenomenal amount of money. I don't want to pay this bitch.
Right.
You got to make her comfortable, because she was comfortable that whole time until she had your kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so you want this young lady to go through the same shit that she is seeing them go through. She is not. And you crazy? If I was a young lady, every time you nutted me, I'll bring a fucking iron hanger out. I would let you know that shit is never happening. This shit is never happening. I wouldn't bring it up, but I would threaten that nigga every time. Like, you think it's a game, bitch.
Right. I'll fall down every flight of stairs I find.
I'm talking about, nigga, every time we at some concrete steps, I let him walk down a couple, and before he look at me, I'd be like, you know, I can jump right the fuck now. Like,
right.
You better stop playing with me. You better stop playing with me, nigga. No. Don't even think you about to keep doing that shit.
Right. That's tough.
It's like, man, it's like, damn. Now I be understanding. I hate to say it like that, but now I be really understanding why motherfuckers be like, hey, man, these people are weird.
They really are. And he's top tier weirdo.
Yeah. When we was calling other people weird because they wanted to be away from the industry. Remember how everybody was like, Andre 3000 and lost his mind. That nigga,
which I never got.
That nigga went to seek clarity.
I never thought he lost his mind. I just thought he was eccentric.
Nah, you know, when that Love Below came out, as much as you like he eccentric, everybody else was like, that nigga done went crazy. Big Boy, that's why Big Boy don't fuck. Everybody had all these opinions. That's why I be fucking people up right now when they see them together. Like, nigga, y'all the ones made that assumption up. We didn't.
Mm-hmm. Right, we been cool.
Like, we been cool. Nigga, I knew that when that nigga said he was done, he was done.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Buy his fucking flute at him and get off my dick. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
Right.
But they do that. They'll label you crazy for wanting to not be in the industry for real. They'll label you crazy.
That's what a lot of people strive to be. So for somebody that has been there and then no longer wants to be there, the person that strives to be there is like, what are you doing? This is a chance of a lifetime, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing it ain't all cracked up. What, you know what I mean? It ain't all that is cracked up to be, I should say. So, yeah.
I be looking at how traumatized people is that want to get back there so bad.
Yeah.
Like the motherfuckers that do anything to get back there. We see it all the time. Motherfuckers are doing whatever they need to do to go back there. Why do you want to go back there?
Right.
We trauma bond on the streets. I don't want to trauma bond with a motherfucker in the industry, bitch. I want to be comfortable.
Right. So
Like, I don't want to be sitting there like he did it to you too. Like, fuck, I don't want to do that. I want to sit my tires and be like, damn, nigga. Remember when we was on the block, nigga, and we was drinking hot ass fucking beer? Like, I want to talk about that shit. I don't want to be like, where did he touch you? Was it here or was it here? Like, what the fuck? like on Three Strike when that nigga was, or what was that movie when the mother was like, how'd he grab you? Did he grab you like this or did he grab you like that?
Oh, it was on Friday.
Right, yeah, like.
Yeah. I think it was the first one.
Like, the fuck? I don't want to go through that shit with nobody in the industry.
Right.
I don't want to go through that shit with no regular nigga today.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you? What the fuck are you reaching to go back for? No, nigga, you should have learned your lesson the first time. You can't do nothing by yourself, my nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trey Turner says, "Hey, where your shirt at?" Says,
right.
That's money talks.
That was money talks. Yeah, I knew it was him because it was Phase I Love that was doing that shit. I mean, like this. Nigga, fuck no. I'm not going back. Why the fuck would you want to go back? And I know what I'm saying. It's like, look at the veterans that we got. And as soon as they got enough money, they did their own thing and they are living off of their name. Not a motherfucking deal. Mm-hmm. Ain't none of them reaching to come back. Yeah. Niggas is just living off their name. Live off your name. If your name gets you this far, then fuck it, you were this far. Still live off your name. Don't want to go back there where you got to go through that bullshit. Some shit I'll be watching, man, I'll just be like, damn, like, I don't understand the love and hip-hop shit. A lot of reality shows where motherfuckers is reaching back out to get famous. Nigga, if my name is ringing bells and I can pay for a nice-ass house and a dope-ass car, and Jasmine ain't got shit to worry about, and Karen and whatever his siblings, they cool when they be like, Daddy, I want McDonald's, I ain't really stressing, like, oh, that shit's gonna break me. Fuck it, let's all get cheeseburgers.
Like, do you got McDonald's money?
Hey, nigga, if I could live that life, I'm fine. You niggas want to be like, I can't be comfortable no more if I ain't around a bunch of millionaires. Nigga, when you were there, you wasn't a millionaire. Get used to it.
Yeah. This is a lawsuit that we would definitely be watching. Definitely be watching with his weirdo ass. So
that's fucked up. That nigga is selling his clothes, y'all.
Yeah, that's another thing.
This is how I know some shit about to hit the fan. This nigga is literally, y'all can look it up. Y'all, this nigga is selling his clothes.
Yeah, the website, because the dude that I watched, he went to the website. The website for that was supposed to be for his record label is now a consignment shop. So
that nigga's going bad. And I think the reason why he's going bad is because people knew this lawsuit was coming out, and whatever he thought he was getting for making those songs for people, or making those current songs and future songs with people, they all null and voided all that shit. Mm-hmm. They don't want no parts of that shit. Because it don't make no sense for a nigga to, the nigga who made Umbrella, it shouldn't make no sense for him to be selling clothes right now.
Yeah.
Umbrella should have had him set for the rest of his life, even if he did have 9 kids.
Well, this is the thing about, selling stuff, because remember when Chris Brown had that massive garage sale? So these folks, they buy shit and they buy shit and they buy shit and they only wear it once, if at all. So I'm not really mad at him for having a consignment shop. What I'm mad about is that he no longer has a record label. That's the part that's weird.
I'm mad about that shit happened when this lawsuit came to play.
Yeah. Right.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that nigga, he's going for a straight money grab because they pulled away the money.
Yeah. So Trick Turner says, what if he's selling all of his stuff to leave the country, headed to where Russell Simmons is?
It would make sense.
Boy. That place is gonna have an influx of American entertainers.
I was about to say, and as much as I hate to even big this up, if whoever you are, if you can pull that shit off, all right, I gotta let you go at this point. Like I can't really do anything about it because can't nobody go get you. So
yeah,
you pull that off, then hey, nigga, kudos, you a sharp motherfucker because I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'll last 6 months in that motherfucker. I ain't got the money.
Well, Bali is extremely cheap, so we can go over there and live like millionaires.
Yeah, for how long?
Well, I don't know. I haven't done that much research.
The only reason why I say that is because I think about this, like, entertainers going over there, like Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons going over there. If Russell Simmons only had the money that he could put in a bag, Russell Simmons probably went over there with $300,000.
Yeah, but he also started a business over there too.
Yeah, because he had $300,000 to do it, and they was only charging 15,000 American dollars to get it.
Right,
like,
right, basically.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I'm saying in the perspective of a regular person. Like a regular person go to Bali, boom, you go in. The most you can grab somewhere is 40 racks. You go there with 40 racks. I mean, how long are you gonna be able to stay? And you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna live like a millionaire, but if you get too comfortable with living like a millionaire, how long that gonna last?
Yeah, I got you.
You gotta live like a nigga only making 10 grand.
Right.
You want to be there forever.
Yeah. Trick Turner says an influx of American predators. Right.
It's gonna be wild, and then if that does happen, because I'm one of them niggas. It's I go deep dive in my own head. Just imagine if that does happen, and then the kids that get produced from that.
Yeah.
The motherfucker that want to be famous because they're Diddy's fucking fourth son.
Right.
A little slanted-eyed, big-eyed, slanted motherfucker.
Lord.
With an accent.
All right. I can't.
Still more money, more problems. Like, fuck no.
Oh, jeez.
Take that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Y'all welcome.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no. I got to keep on moving.
Take that.
It's gonna be like that scene in Rush Hour when that dude was singing "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." Wanna love you. One freaky baby.
It's like that one dude from Cambodia or wherever he's from in Asia, where he's getting famous off of TikTok because he sings the alphabet or sings numbers. I don't think he know any other English, but he'd be like A B C D E F G. Like this nigga really does that. And he famous.
Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible.
He just had where somebody taught him some English. He was like, "Hey, do you remember me? Because I miss you. Yeah. And smiles like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think this man knows any other English.
Oh wow.
Just imagine that with a puffy face.
Right. Like literally. All right, so I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
I'll take it real easy and slow. Hey, Jerry's final thoughts is don't let these men, women of power take advantage of you when you know who you are. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you. Remember the journey and understand that you did that without being compromised. Please. That's the only thing I'll say. A lot of people, especially when you're young, you dwell off of losses. But a loss is exactly what it is. It's lost. Don't dwell on it with grief. Don't always think about it with grief. Think about it as a learning mechanism and move from there. Because there's going to be some people that's going to break your hearts, but they're supposed to be there to protect you. And that's just life. But you'll figure that out when you get my age. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. As always, thank you for Jerry's final thoughts. And that was episode 124 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you for episode 125. Bye.
Exactly.